This week on Dude Stuff.
What's going on, guys? Today we are reviewing another dual motor e-bike. You guys know on the channel that I absolutely love a dual motor e-bike. They're way more fun than single motor e-bikes. So we're not going to mess about today. We're going to get straight out on it. I'm going to tell you all about the specs. I'm going to show you the hill climbing capabilities, everything that you want to know about this e-bike. Let's go. What's going on, guys? We're out on the S26 now. Straight away, no messing about. We've got this bike unlocked in the highest power level mode, and no messing about. We're going to give you an idea of how quick this bike is, because I don't know myself yet. Wow, it's really quick. Wow, my God. I couldn't even get up to full speed then, but it's 34.8 miles an hour and it was still going. That's crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the spec of this bike. Obviously, you know already it's a dual motor. It's got a 750 watt hub motor on the back and on the front. And battery wise, you've got a 48 volt, 20 amp hour lithium battery. The battery is on the frame. It's not built into the frame like the last dual motor e-bike that I reviewed. You know, sometimes it can look a little bit tidier having the battery integrated into the frame, but it's not a deal breaker for sure. This thing's quick. I will say straight away, I'm not going to mention the brand, but this thing is without a shadow of a doubt quicker than the last e-bike that I reviewed, this dual motor, the grey one. It just pulls a lot harder. As soon as you start pedaling, this thing absolutely takes off. Yeah, this thing's very fast. And that brings me to another point about this bike. Most of you guys know that watch my channel, I tend to favour throttles over pedal assist. It just feels like a different thing on these dual motor bikes. I actually enjoy the pedal assist. It generally is really enjoyable. Second you start pedaling, this thing just launches. It makes you feel like you're on steroids or something. It's crazy. Guys, don't forget I'm giving away a 3000 watt DIY e-bike that I built myself. Head on over to the link in the video description and up on the screen now for your chance to win an absolutely insane bike that I built myself. Now back to the video. I actually find it difficult to review this bike because I keep wanting to just hoon it everywhere on full send. Let's tell you guys about the spec, because that's what my job is to do here today. So the great things about this bike are 48 volt 20 amp hour batteries. You've got a really decent range of that. I think they claim about 100 to 120 kilometers range on the battery, which is pretty decent, and that can vary obviously depending on rider weight, how much you use the throttle, whether you pedal a lot. Another great thing about this bike is that it's got hydraulic disc brakes, and pretty beefy looking ones at that, to be honest. Obviously this bike's a fat tyre bike. It's got a 26 by 4 inch full size fat wheels, which give a nice comfortable ride. And this bike's full suspension, which is great for comfort. You've got proper suspension forks on the front, and you've also got a rear shock on the back. I've got to stop riding this for a minute. It's one of these bikes that if I'm riding it and I'm trying to talk about it, I'm just want to go fast everywhere. It's one of these e-bikes that encourage you to just put your foot down and just hoon it. So anyway, let's go through some of the spec. You've got Shimano 7-speed gears, which click into place really nice. I mean, they are basic Shimanos, but they do the job really well. You've got, next to the Shimano gears, you've actually got a USB port, which is pretty cool. You've got a really nice colour display on the handlebars. These look like really nice aluminium gear levers. The brakes look really solid on it. I don't know what brand brakes they use, but they look decent. It seems to be their own brand written on them. Plenty of controls. You've got a Bluetooth on the display, which I installed the app and it looks like it might be useful for some people, but for me personally, I don't think I would use a Bluetooth app on any e-bike really. I just like to get on a bike and ride, personal preference, but some people may find that very useful. And then just your usual buttons. You've got your horn, your light switch, you've got front and back lights, power mode adjustment, and my favourite button of all is the dual motor button, which you can switch between single and dual motors via the handlebar switch by just pressing a button. And you don't have to stop to do that. You can do that whilst you're riding along. You can really feel the difference. I'll demonstrate that to you guys in a bit. But so far, really impressed. Really good bike. Well, I say we get this over a little bit more substantial off-road terrain and find some bigger hills. And I think that's what most people are going to buy a dual motor bike for, is the torque, the acceleration, the hill climbing ability, and the load carrying capacity, because this bike has got a payload up to 150 kg. So you could be quite a largish person, or, you know, carry some luggage that's got, you know, quite substantial weight to it. So anyway, I say we get an action camera on, because this Insta360 is all over the place on bumps. We'll strap up with a GoPro and take this over the bike park and find some bigger hills. Let's go. This bike's perfect for the street and a little bit of light off-roading like this. The only thing I have to be careful of is, like a lot of e-bikes I get sent, the brake levers are the wrong way round. This is to what we're used to. The right-hand one's the rear and the left-hand one's the front. The amount of times I go to squeeze a left brake to kick the back end round a bend and end up sliding the front wheel out and stacking it. It's happened too many times. Flying along. Being a bit careful on the brakes. And pedal assist kicks in, this thing just launches. Very fast. I love it. Dual motors is the way forwards. Cattle grid. Didn't even feel the cattle grid. I don't know if you'll see this on the GoPro, but there's some pretty big hills there. We'll start with a smaller one on the right and see how that goes. It's very bumpy though. I think we'll be all right on this. Let's just do the off-road route instead of sticking to the paths. Obviously we're using pedal assist only, and I've got cow shit all over the tyre. Amazing. There we go. Absolutely no issues at all. Hopefully it comes out on camera like the elevation that we just went up in a short space of time. It's pretty impressive. Let's send it down some more hills and back up some hills. Make the most of being over the bike park. Very steep section again. Front wheels spinning a little bit, trying to get traction. Another huge hill. Let's fly down it. Big hill. In fact, let's go up 2 hills and see how much power it's got. Look at this one. We go down this one and then we go up 2 hills in one go. This is very steep. Right, here we go. Whoa. Very steep incline. It's making light work of it. The front wheel's spinning on the gravel. Straight onto this big grass hill, which is even steeper. And I'm not even getting out of breath. Absolute piece of cake. The front wheel's pulling me along. The back wheel's pushing me. Amazing. What a beautiful day for it as well. Absolutely amazing over here today at Hadley Bike Park. Let's talk about the price. I think this bike seems to retail between sort of, I think it's about $12.50 and around $1300, depending if it's on sale. I'll put the link in the video description, obviously, to check out the prices for yourself. Let's try a downhill section. Oh, almost over the bars. Let's go. Full sendage. There's non-stop hills and this thing's just eating them up. This button with DS on it is dual and single motor button, and as I said, you can change this on the fly, which actually is a lot of fun, and it can also demonstrate the difference when I'm riding it. So we're going to send it up a hill one more time on the road, and I'll show you the difference between having a single 750 watt and a dual 750 watt motor. It's a substantial difference. Hopefully it'll come out on camera. We're going to show you now. Right, so we're just turning on to this beginning of this hill. Just go over this speed bump, and the button is currently pressed out, so that means it's working on single motor mode. Full power to the 750 watt rear motor, and that is how quick it is going. Now I'll turn it up to dual motor. Absolutely takes off. And if I go back to single motor, the power just drops off instantly. And demonstrate that one more time. Right, so this is setting off on pedal assist on single motor. This is how it feels pulling away on single motor. Very calm, very relaxed. And now we press the dual motor button. Try the same again, wait for the pedal assist to kick in, and here it goes. Much, much quicker. And if we start going up through the gears, this thing really takes off. And obviously where the law allows, this thing will keep up with the traffic on most urban roads. And we're keeping up the flow of the traffic. Even catching them up and surpassing them. What a bit of kit. Right guys, hope you enjoyed that little bit of riding on this bike. I didn't mention about the size of this bike. It is quite big. I'm 5'6". This isn't quite at the lowest seating position, but you can see against my hip, it's right up high on my hip, and that's quite low down that saddle. It's got see how much? You could have it up there, not you'd want it that high, but this is probably, I would say, you're going to suit someone from about 5'5" up to like sort of 6'2", 6'3", to be honest. I think it'll be quite comfortable on this bike. It's a pretty big bike, but as with most of these bikes, they tend to build them just one size fits all, and sometimes they're a little bit on the larger size, sometimes they're a little bit on the small size, but this is quite big, I would say. This bike exceeded my expectations, really, you know, compared to the last dual motor bike I did where the battery is all integrated. It looks nice, but it hasn't got that battery integration. I thought, maybe it won't ride as nice, but it's not the case. It actually rides really good, accelerates really good. You get a bit of a mixture on these e-bikes of bikes that go quicker off the line than others, and that's probably down to the amp. It's probably down to the amps that the controllers pull. So this thing's pretty damn quick, to be honest, off the line. It's really good. Let us know, guys, if there's anything else that you'd like to see when I'm doing these ride videos that I don't cover, obviously covering brakes, hills and the rest of it on top speed. Is there any things that you'd like to see added to these ride videos? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to check out the link, obviously, for Duotts. I'll put the legit link so you can buy the bike from a place where you're not going to get scammed and at the best prices. If there's any discounts, I'll put them in the video description. Definitely yeah, definitely recommend this bike. It's a great all-rounder. It's really good fun on the streets. It's really capable on light off-roading like we did earlier today. It's a great all-round bike. Also, you know, for the money, you know, you're getting hydraulic brakes, you're not getting mechanical brakes, you know, you're getting 20 amp hours instead of 15. So I think in terms of value for money, it's a really good bike, so I do recommend this. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in a video very soon. Take it easy.